here, so I could turn it up and down if you want.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That's perfect. Oh, perfect. We love perfect. Awesome. Okay, cool. Is there anything you can play to see if I can hear?
Yeah, I can put on Ian's video that he pre-recorded.
That'd be perfect. Awesome.
Good evening. This is just a very, very short thank you and long service award. So it's obviously there's a lot of people over probably close to 50 years. So I don't want to really miss anyone out. But I think firstly appreciate the fact that someone's nominated me, and I do appreciate the time and effort they spent. And so hopefully we share this award. So I've been involved now for nearly 50 years. So I think just some thanks to the people who started me off.
Great. Yeah.
How was that?
That is
Great.
crystal clear. You beauty. Wonderful.
Perfect.
All right. Okay, so if I Hi everyone, this is me testing. I'll be about this loud when I say hello, welcome to the Volleyball England Awards in association with Huck Nets. Huck Nets, best nets in the business. They don't not. All right, you can hear that. Great, me too. Okay, Charlotte, I'm going to mute now and give me the thumbs up when we are good to go. Good luck, everyone. Good evening, everyone, and a very warm welcome indeed to the Volleyball England Awards. We are here in association with our partners Huck Nets, And it's great to have your company wherever you're watching around the world. And there'll be some of you sat around England thinking, has he just said around the world? And yes, I absolutely have. We have got people tuning in from all over the planet, because that is the far reach of this brilliant sport in this brilliant country. We're still remote, but we're absolutely delighted you could join us. Hopefully next time we'll be in a room together with a glass of something delicious and a plate of something even more delicious, celebrating the successes of the year. But it has been an incredibly successful year. We are back with a bang post-COVID, people enjoying the sport they love, whether it's playing or coaching or volunteering or any number of incredibly important things. And that is what we are celebrating this evening, the success of volleyball in England, big or small, whether it's on the international scene or whether it's people taking up the sport for the very first time. So let's have a great evening together. In fact, I want to hear from you. This wasn't something that was planned, but I had a piece of paper and a pen, so I thought I would invent a hashtag, and it's either going to be this way around or this way around. I'm not sure. Either way, the hashtag is VBE Awards. I've got Twitter open next to me. There are no tweets using that hashtag at the moment, so let me know where in the world you are, who you're with, what you're celebrating, what you're eating, how you have made this feel like a special awards night, because, you know, I've put my suit on, or at least the most part of a suit anyway. I didn't put a tie on. It's too hot. It's the summertime. Whatever. We've got a whole host of awards this evening, and most of our award winners are going to join us for a live interview as well, which is when Twitter's going to get really fun. Make sure you congratulate them and, you know, let them know what you think of where they're watching and their achievements as well. Or maybe if you've got a question for some of our award winners, as long as you're quick, because we've only got a couple of minutes with each, but use that hashtag VBE Awards. I'll keep showing it throughout the night. Before we get into the awards then, let's have a talk through some of the incredible achievements at the top end of the sport, starting with a staggering number. The new Junior Grand Prix was launched, Tier 1 and Tier 2, and we had 2,245 young players taking part in that programme. I think we'll all agree that that is incredible to have that many young people enjoying the sport and, you know, making sure that the future is bright and that the pathway stays alive. The showcase event, the cup finals at the National Volleyball Centre, that sold out in advance. Now, I've been to a few of those over the years as the announcer or as the commentator, and they've been very quiet indeed. So with the injection of a bit of new energy and some food stalls and some more things to get excited about, as well as, of course, the brilliant teams and the brilliant volleyball, that is a remarkable achievement. So thank you to everybody who bought tickets. Thank you, of course, to the teams who got there and the clubs that work so hard to make sure that the event is great, alongside all the brilliant work that Volleyball England put in as well. So selling that out and creating a great atmosphere, that is what the sport needs in this country. How about on the court then? And out of the indoor scene onto the beach. It is the Commonwealth Games starting in, it's a week today, isn't it? If you're coming, make sure you say hello. I'll be there along with a who's who of Volleyball England faces, past and present. It's going to be like a reunion. Hopefully you can join us, but if you can't, of course, it'll all be broadcast, and the main broadcast voice most of you will recognise as well. Clayton Lucas will be doing the host broadcast commentary. So, I mean, he's great company, isn't he? He'll spend most of the time laughing as well as bringing you great commentary. But we've got two great teams who really grafted to get there. Javier and Joaquin Bello in the men's, and Jess Grimson and Daisy Mumby in the women's. And you never know, do you? You never know. A home games, after all the effort they've made to get there and the impression they've made on the world stage. Good win behind them, bit of luck and your support, maybe. Just maybe it might be their time. It's not just been those guys with success on the beach as well. Isa Betrain and Freddie B. Alicots, they've won medals on the Beach Pro Tour. And of course, Javier and Joaquin winning a gold on the FIVB Tour as well. And anyone who knows me, I've been involved in this game in the UK a long time, so I will always give a massive shout out to the sitting volleyball guys and GB picking up the silver medal in the VNL2. It is all coming at volleyball, and the achievements at the top end have been exceptional, but that is as a result of the core, the graft that everybody puts in from the grassroots up. We only have that success at the top because of things like the Junior Grand Prix that are getting new people involved in the game as well. These are the awards. They're the celebration of everything. They're the celebration of you and me and them and us and we. And the main we begins with a V. It is the volunteers and the work that they put in everywhere, whether it is at the Commonwealth Games where there seems like an army of them, or those people who keep the leagues running, the clubs running, who sweep the courts, who start new clubs, who get children involved, who keep adults involved. We'd like to say a huge thank you to you, whatever your role in this sport, paid or particularly unpaid. You keep this sport that we love alive. So before the awards get underway, thank you from, well, I'll say thank you, but it's on behalf of Volleyball England. Trust me, everybody around the country, particularly in that epicenter up there in Loughborough, are incredibly grateful for your work. So thank you very much. Of course, we need to say thank you to our partners as well, particularly Huck Nets, who we are in association with this evening. Best nets in the game, apparently. They don't knot. How they don't knot, I've got no idea, but keep up the good work, Huck Nets, not just in what you make, but the support that you provide for us as well. So thank you very much indeed. We've got a whole host of awards this evening. Like I said, award winners will be joining us live. But before that, let's take a look back at some of the highlights of the 2021-22 season. How good was that? What a trip down recent memory lane. Thank you so much to everybody who sent pictures in. Make sure you keep that going in, 22, 23 it is now. Goodness me, doesn't the time fly? Something we've not had in yet are any tweets. So, as I said, let us know where you're watching, who you're watching with, where are you watching from, and use the hashtag VBE Awards. I'd love to check in with you. Love to give you a shout out. Love to say hello throughout the evening. Right then, this is the awards, so we should probably crack on with the awards. Before we do, let me say thank you to our independent judging panel of sporting experts. If you've ever sat on any panel like this, you know how difficult it is to just wade through all of the worthy nominations. Firstly, to whittle them down to a short list is a nightmare, and then to pick a winner is, goodness me, a difficult task, because every nomination is certainly worthy at least of acknowledgement. So thank you to those who took the time to make the nominations, and thank you to our panel, who are Jenny Betteridge from Sport England, Kate Hannon from the Women's Sport Collective, and Alastair Marks from British Rowing. So Jenny, Kate and Alastair, thank you for taking the time, and thank you for finding us some worthy winners. Drum roll, please. We're about to find out. On to the first award then. A fast game's a good game, so they say, isn't it? It is the Young Coach of the Year will be the first award, the Young Coach of the Year, and that goes to an up-and-coming coach who's shown dedication and commitment to their players within the last 12 months. The shortlisted coaches should be on your screen right now. They are Emma Taylor for her work with VBDC Volleyball Club, Tom Bedworth from the Warrington Wolves, and from Telford Volleyball Club, Vanessa Godinho Di Mello are three nominated coaches for the first award, the Young Coach of the Year. Right then, the winner is a judge to have gone above and beyond with their self-development and coaching this year, making themselves available around the clock alongside studying for the master's degree. Goodness knows where they found the time. The judging panel said they've shown passion, helpfulness, kindness, and willingness to help their athletes improve. And the Volleyball England Young Coach of the Year for 2022 is Tom Bedworth. Congratulations, Tom. Hopefully any second now, Tom is going to pop up on the screen and we're going to be able to have a chat, because I'd love to speak to you for a couple of reasons, Tom. One, because I want to hear how you feel at winning the award. Two, I want to be sure that the technology works. Right then. In fact, we're going to move on because Tom isn't here. What a shame. We'll have to wait a little bit longer. Either way, truly deserved. Congratulations, Tom. Judging by the write-up that he got, he's probably somewhere helping out one of his athletes right now. So he has continued with his great work. Fingers crossed he continues, and maybe one day wins a senior coaching award as well. But a hugely bright future. Congratulations to all the nominees, to Emma, to Vanessa. Oh, hello.
Hi.
Oh, how are you? Where did you come from? I didn't think you were here.
Well, there we go. Got something up my sleeve.
Good man. Where are you, Tom?
I'm in Warrington, yeah, at home.
Oh, what a beautiful part of the world. You were nominated. It was a beautiful nomination, and some lovely words written about you by the judges as well. Obviously, that's not the reason why you do it, but it must feel pretty good to hear those things as a bit of vindication for all the hard work you put in all the time.
Yeah, I mean, no one who coaches does it to be thanked. You just want to give something back. And it's such a cliche, but you really do. Anyone who loves the sport, you just want to see it kind of get as good as it can get where you are. And I always say to people at training, if they thank me after a session, it means the world. So many of us don't get paid, and we do it because we love it. And yeah, getting that kind of recognition, it's not what you coach for, but it really is. Yeah, it's really something else, I guess.
What have been some of the highlights of this year then? What's really made you happy? What's made you keep on turning up week in, week out?
Well, the first thing, it's probably, so my dad, he started the junior volleyball club at my club when I was a kid. So he kind of coached me until I was about 16, 17. And then in a weird turn of events, I've become his coach now. So that dynamic has been interesting. But I think my main highlight this year, so our ladies team didn't get off to a brilliant start this year. But when they won their first match at home, I remember for about 3 or 4 days afterwards, my voice was still hurting because of how loud I cheered. So that was something. That was great. Yeah.
And what changes now you are an award-winning coach?
I might start trying to charge per hour. No, it's nothing else. It's kind of, I had a bit of imposter syndrome at the beginning of the season. I'd never coached before, but I just wanted to give something back. So, having this kind of behind me, it's not going to change how I go about coaching, but kind of that self-belief and kind of, giving even more back, hopefully in the future. That's hopefully what it's going to do. Yeah.
Oh, I am ever so pleased for you. And where are you at with the team at the moment then? Are you drilling them hard? Are you going easy on them? Where are you in terms of your
Well,
cycle?
we're taking it easy a little bit at the minute. So training kind of ramped up towards the end of the season. It just got more and more advanced. And now pre-season break, we're just having some knockabouts outside. But I've got my drills already come September when we head back indoors. So, now's the time to get fitness levels back up to where they should be, me included. And then, we'll see where it goes from there.
Yeah, practicing what you preach, like all good coaches. Huge congratulations! Absolutely delighted for you, and good luck with getting them fit again and getting them winning.
Thank you very much.
Well done. And we are underway. That is it. The first award. We move on to the Coach of the Year next, from the junior coach to the Coach of the Year, which recognises the outstanding contribution of a coach to the development of players in volleyball in the last 12 months. Again, we have a short list of nominees. It is slightly longer than the other one. So here they are. Elaine Brown for her work with Leeds Gorse Volleyball Club. Howard Ainsworth from Urmston Grammar Volleyball. London Lynx's Gary Beckford. Willard Hans Shongay. Sorry, Willard Hans, I've got your two first names mixed up. Willard Hans Shongay from Urbon Volleyball Club in Portsmouth, and Steve Jones for his work there in the East Midlands at De Montfort University. So those are the shortlists, and this is the winner and why. Like all coaches who get nominated for this award, they have gone above and beyond to help the team, but not just the team, the club and the area as well. Their impact to junior volleyball has been unbelievable, with 300 students in the area now participating and 160 juniors training at the club as well, with 80 participating in competitions. These are incredible numbers. This year, they've spent over 80 hours a week coaching full-time across 13 schools, and the commitment and passion is absolutely astonishing and has quadrupled the numbers at the club. The Coach of the Year is Elaine Brown. Oh, Elaine. Those
Hi.
numbers are absolutely astonishing. How
They're
have you done it? How have you found the time? This is unbelievable.
Oh, volleyball's my life. Like this is what I do all the time. I love it. I just can't get enough of it.
So what does it mean to you now, firstly, to win this award, but for getting the award, just to get so many people playing the game that we all love, and some of them, by the looks of things, for the first time as well?
It's been an incredible year. I'm so pleased with the progress that juniors have made. We've just gotten so many kids playing, and they've just fallen in love with it. So to be there and support that growth and progress has just been everything.
Lucky kids to have a coach like you. The only thing is, you've done all this in the last 12 months. You've got all these people playing. What's the plan now? Do you try and keep the numbers the same? Do you try and get more involved? We're going to need 3 or 4 of you.
Yeah, we did bring another coach on this year, Pete Mikowski, who has been amazing to help the progress of the junior development and the performance pathway as well. So that's been fantastic. We launched a volleyball league for secondaries this year. Next year, we'll have a primary league and a college league to support all the interest in the area.
I mean, it's great to have so many people interested, and it's great to have people like you at the spearhead. But for goodness sake, get some sleep at some point. You need to rest, you know?
It's almost summer. School's out next week, so we'll have a rest.
Well, get your feet up, enjoy the summer, enjoy your award. Huge congratulations, and thank you for all your great work.
Thank you.
Oh, wonderful. Do you know what? As I'm sure you can see, when I have these chats. These are putting such a huge smile on my face. We've had a couple of tweets in. Stephen Smith, hello to you. Looking forward to seeing all the award winners who make it volleyball what it is in this country. Completely agree, Stephen. What a great start. And Aid McGrath as well is watching the VBE Awards from Smithfield at the Commonwealth Games. I will see you there. Okay, let's get on with the awards then, because we've still got loads to go. The next up is the Young Official of the Year. Another opportunity to thank a youngster who is doing a great job. They've demonstrated a high level in their short time as an official. Here are the nominees. Gregoria Giacume from Stockport Volleyball Club, Aileen Barry from the University of Bradford Union Volleyball Club, and Isla Gregg from Ashcombe Volleyball Club. 3 nominees for the Young Official. And the winner has been a qualified referee since the age of 15. Goodness me, that is... I mean, I didn't even know all the rules at that age. That is incredible. They're going to be volunteering up at the Birmingham 2022 Commonwealth Games, so they'll see you up there, AD, and they'll see me as well. They've refereed almost 100 matches this season, including NVL, local leagues, Bucks and junior competitions, all while studying for a degree and being on placements too. Again, how do these people find the time? The 2022 Volleyball England Young Official of the Year is Aileen Barry. Oh, wonderful. Here you are. You're there. You're in Birmingham. Oh, and do you know what?
I'm on shift with Athlete Services at the Commonwealth Games currently, so I've just found a dry spot to just take a few minutes to take this interview.
Right, turn your phone around. Who have you got with you? Because there must be people there. Oh, Perco's there. That is fantastic. Do you know what's brilliant
and
about this?
And there's more people over in a different office cheering as well.
So I'm hosting this evening because Mark Perkins told me he wasn't available, and he's literally stood there with you now. He's literally stood there with you. Lazy. That's the problem. Anyway, you're an award winner. Huge congratulations.
Thank you.
100 matches this season. How?
Yeah.
How have you done that?
Basically, every Saturday, Sunday since late September, I've been refereeing in different places. Been to Manchester, Leeds, York, you name it. Been everywhere.
Well done. You obviously love it. Otherwise, you wouldn't dedicate so much time to it. Tell us why. Tell us what it means to you.
I just love the sport. Volleyball, been involved since a very young age, as far as I can remember. Getting into refereeing was my choice, my passion now. Yeah.
Oh, huge congratulations. And tell us a little bit about what you're doing. But why can't I remember the bull's name? What's the bull's name behind you?
It's called Perry.
Perry the Bull. Perry the Bull. That's right. Perry the Bull. Tell us what you're going to be up to in Birmingham.
So I'm on Athlete Services team, working with the athletes, working with spectators, working with Mark. Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, do you know what? I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Huge congratulations. Make sure whoever is in there congratulates you and spoils you with some kind of treat, and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you very much.
Oh, this is all going brilliantly. This is putting, honestly, such a massive smile on my face. Keep those tweets coming in then. Let's keep touching our. James Murphy says, congratulations to Aileen. Literally, everybody in there with her. Come on, send us a tweet. At least we know you're all watching in Birmingham as well. Great to have you on board. Next award is the Referee of the Year, which of course recognises a referee for their contribution and dedication to volleyball and the development of their craft and services to refereeing in this country over the last 12 months. And we have a short list of 3. Stephen Watts, Alex Dimitrov, and Huaxi Liu. The winner of this award, the best of those 3, of which there were many nominations. Of course, they've got great commitment to refereeing volleyball and beach volleyball, refereeing on multiple levels, NVL, London League, national beach volleyball matches. The winner is one of the most improved referees of the year and has been a key part in encouraging more young people to get involved in refereeing and scoring. Without those people, we couldn't have a game. And without people like our winner, the game would be in much worse place. The referee of the year for 2022 is Huaxi Liu. Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Congratulations. You're the referee of the year.
Thank you. I'm so excited to achieve this. Yeah.
This is absolutely wonderful. By the sounds of things, you've been another one who has just been non-stop, dedicating so much time and energy to this. And I know that you do it because you love it. But again, tell us why. Tell us why you have just fallen in love with being an official in this sport.
Well, because actually I started playing volleyball since I was in a college, but later years I feel like I want to get more involved. So I started getting my training when I was in China. And after I came here 4 years ago, and I feel like I still want to do it. That's the reason why I joined here. And I'm so glad that after the pandemic, I'm still here. I'm still in Volleyball England, and I'm still on the referee stand.
Well, we are absolutely delighted that you're still here as well. Tell us about some of your highlights then. Have you got any favourite moments that you can tell us about from the last 12 months of volleyball?
Yes, sure, because I know from last 12 months, not 12 years. I wish it would be 12 years. In last 12 months, I started doing the beach volleyball thing, and also so that I will go to Birmingham to join LA and you presumably next week, and I will be line judge there. And I feel like that's definitely one of the most correct decisions I made in my life. And so I feel like that's my highlight. And regarding the indoor volleyball, also because I did lots of games there, and I feel like every time joining the community with other referees and other officials, I'm so excited and so glad to have them. Yeah.
Your excitement and your energy is infectious, and you talking about it like that hits me right in the heart. A huge congratulations. Please keep up the good work, and I'll see you in Birmingham, and I look forward to it. Have a good evening.
Thank you very much. Have a good evening.
What a legend. I am loving this. Goodness me. And we need to carry on with the awards, but do carry on with your tweets as well. I mean, if these winners are putting as much of a smile on your face as they're putting on mine, then do let us know, because it's great to hear from you. Want to know where you are, what you're doing, who you're celebrating with. But as you can see, the next award, we get through them thick and fast, is the Young Volunteer of the Year. Right at the top of the show, I gave a huge thanks to all of the volunteers. And it doesn't matter, young volunteers, old volunteers. You're not allowed to say old, but you know what I mean. We couldn't have the sport without you. So this is an opportunity for us to thank some of the young volunteers. And of course, award one with the pinnacle of being a young volunteer. We have a shortlist. And the shortlist is Isla Gregg from Ashcombe Volleyball Club, Aidan Shaw from Frodsham, and Stowmarket Volleyball's Joe Warner. Got quite a lot of information on this winner, so strap in for the big build-up. The winner of this year's Young Volunteer joined their club in May 2021, so they've not been involved long at all. They've been an incredible ambassador in that time from the very first session, and their willingness to support training sessions and events by helping to set up, selling and serving refreshments, literally anything they need is not out of the question. They just go above and beyond. This year, not only have they done all that stuff behind the scenes, but they've learned how to score. They've made themselves available for all of their club's home NVL matches and the local league matches. And they've even scored their own team after getting injured. I'm not going to say what the injury was because it might give the game away. In that time, They've also managed to pass their grade 4 referee course and have taken every opportunity to referee and score at county and junior competitions, and are now planning to become a qualified assistant coach as well with the course in September. The winner has been voted for almost unanimously by fellow club members as the under-18 volleyball volunteer of the year, and the winner is Isla Gregg. Oh man. Who's that giving you a round of applause there?
Sorry.
Hey, look, never apologise for being celebrated. That's what we're here to do right now, is to celebrate you. So massive congratulations. Before we move on to the award, I want to talk about your background. Is that an extensive vinyl collection you've got there?
Not my own. It's my dad's. Yeah.
I saw the Purple Rain, Prince and the Revolution. I thought, oh my God, we've got a serious music head here.
No, sorry.
How's your foot?
Better, thank God.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Well, obviously what that setback has done has just allowed you to continue all the brilliant work you do and put more tools in your toolbox, which must be one of the most full volleyball toolboxes in all of England. I mean, is all of this factually correct? You joined the club in May 2021. How have you just thrown yourself into it so headlong? This is incredible.
Well, I mean, there was a long summer because we had GCSEs in May. So as soon as GCSEs were finished, I joined, and then I basically had 3 months completely free to play and do tournaments and help out as much as possible, really. And then it was just every weekend once school started and after school. Yeah.
Amazing. How did your GCSEs go?
Very well, yes.
Wonderful. That's what we like to hear. All right, then. I've asked everybody what they love about it. I'm going to ask you, but before that, I'm going to ask you about ambitions, because obviously you're somebody who wants to be incredibly successful no matter what they do, hence the reason you do everything. So in volleyball, is there anything that you really, really want to achieve? Could be in the next month, 6 months, 12 months, 10 years. Now's your time to vocalize it.
Well, my team's our under 18 team is joining the National League next season, which is exciting. So all I really want to do is hopefully win a few of those games. Hopefully it'll go well, you know.
Amazing. Super exciting. So I can hear from that, even though you do all of this stuff around the club just to help make it great, playing is still what you love.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Fantastic. So thanks to you, congratulations. Thanks to your support crew as well. Was it only one person? Because that was a hell of a round of applause.
Wait.
Wonderful. Well, just like the guys before who are in company, make sure they give you the congratulations you deserve this evening, whether it's making you dinner, a cup of tea, giving you some kind of birthday bumps or lifting you up on their shoulders, whatever you need to do to celebrate this evening. Make sure you embrace it and have a great night.
Thank you.
Congratulations, the volunteer of the year. Oh, Isla, another one. What a legend. We move on thick and fast. I think I'm getting a nudge here because I'm taking too long to tell everybody how great they are. But I'll tell you who I will tell how great they are is Leeds Gorse Volleyball Club, who sent in an amazing selfie. They've got the whole crew there. It's like that one from the Oscars that Ellen DeGeneres took. But they are enjoying up there in Yorkshire. Eileen has tweeted that she's absolutely delighted to have won the Young Official. Keep those pictures coming in. You all look great, and thank you for celebrating with us this evening. But we will move on to the Volunteer of the Year, recognising, of course, the volunteer who within the last 12 months has made a significant contribution above all others. And given the quality of volunteering we have, this is some achievement. The shortlist: Steve Smith, for his work with the Sitting Bucks Volleyball Club. Brian Gladwin from Nottingham Rockets, again up there in the East Midlands. From Richmond, Southwest London, Anton Kornilov. From Leeds Gorse, shout out to Leeds Gorse, we've already said hello to them. Dave Potter, again from Richmond, we've got Lorraine Haynes. And then Sam Nan Cham from Urborne Volleyball Club in Portsmouth. What I love about all those nominations is how different they are geographically. We've got the North, the Midlands, and the South all represented, just showing what brilliant volunteers we've got all around the country. The winner, because we have to choose a winner, consistently displays their club's values, respect, commitment, and development, and they volunteered their time to run sessions for the youngsters, for the 5 to 11-year-olds in the winter and in the Easter break as well, raising awareness in the community. What have we said so often tonight? Young players, the lifeblood, the future of the sport. They frequently spent their free time volunteering in the community, further solidifying the club's ties with the community and the resources too. They encourage people with the work that they do, and they commit to personal development, not just for themselves, but caring for the fellow community members as well. The 2022 Volunteer of the Year goes to San Nam Cham. Sam, where are you? Yes, you're here. You
Hello.
are the Volunteer of the Year. Congratulations. How do you feel?
Thank you. I'm excited. Thank you. Thank you for selecting me for this award.
So why do you do it? What makes you a great volunteer? What makes you happy when you turn up at the club?
Because I love volleyball and I feel like I benefit a lot from the volleyball. So I hope to promote this sport to in the community, and the club gave me Urban. The club gave me a lot of opportunity to work with the youngsters. So I hope they can benefit from this sport as well.
Well, it does sound like you're doing incredible work with the youngsters, particularly the 5 to 11-year-olds. Tell us what they're up to. Sort of how many young players have you got involved with the game? How many playing it for the first time?
For the 5 to 11 years old, it was just a 1 or 2 days activity. But our club is we set up a under 18 team this last season. So they played in the National Volleyball League as well, and then they got the champion for the first game. So this is really I'm really proud of them.
Oh, I can see it and I can hear it, and it is absolutely amazing. I mean, you've won this award now. Does that mean that's it? You are done with volunteering, or will you be back better than ever next year?
We are going to set up under 18 ladies team and also under 15 boys and girls this season. So we'll be more work for the volleyball club.
Keep up the good work. It is absolutely incredible. And given the number of brilliant volunteers we have, to win that award tells us that you've done a very special job indeed. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, Sam, what a legend. I love this. Okay, now we move on to the HEVO of the year. It's got to be my favourite award title, the HEVO of the year. For those of you that aren't aware, the HEVO, I'll say it in a normal voice at some point, I promise, is the Higher Education Volleyball Officer of the Year. And it's a programme that allows students to lead and coordinate the development of recreational volleyball at their university in order to encourage new players to come into the sport. And look, we all know that people come into this sport at all time, and higher education is the perfect time to do that. So if you've got the chance to make a difference at your university, then this is definitely a program that you should be involved with. Let's have the nominees then for the HEVO of the year. Jack Howard, University of York; Dina Grossu, University of Portsmouth; Joshua Joseph Yander from University of Liverpool; Sam Sorsky from Durham; and Charlotte Reed from Anglia Ruskin University, Chelmsford. 5 nominees. Crikey, it's a tough shortlist again. The winner has never stopped showing their passion for volleyball and developing sportsmen and sportswomen within it. This year alone, they've run one of the largest HEVO programs in the country with an astonishing 1,327 sign-ups, which is 7.5% of the university population. That is bonkers. 6 to 10 hours a week of mass participation sessions with a minimum of 120 different players taking part each week. And they've even coordinated the Intercollegiate League, comprising of 24 teams with 17 different captains. It's been weekly communication. And this winner also makes sure to provide a safe and fun space for people to develop as players. They're caring, they're approachable, They've made an incredible impact on the community, and they've even been elected as the new president for their club. The winner, the HEVO of the year for 2022, is Sam Sorsky. Ah, Sam, you've even got your Palatinate collared Team Durham top on, right? I can't hear you, Sam. Sam, I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Okay, right. Is it just me? Can somebody let me know on the WhatsApp group? You're mute. Yeah, Sam, I think you're muted, but I didn't want to say it because that's like one of the no-goes, isn't it? Right, Sam's not muted. Oh no. What do we do now? Because I really want to hear from Sam. Guys in charge, can we try and go through the thing here? I'm going to check Twitter. Bear with me, Sam, because I want to hear from you. James Murphy's been in touch. He's worthy winner of the volunteer. Congratulations, Sam. Riga Volleyball Club. Hello, Riga. Love you guys. So many amazing stories and people. Thank you very much for tuning in. And of course, we've already heard from Leeds Gorse. Now then, Sam we've got his programme here. He's left. He's going to come back. Really want to hear from Sam. Want to hear from the great work. I want to congratulate him on becoming the president of the club as well. They're doing some amazing things up there in Durham, and it's a beautiful city as well. So Sam is rejoining. Drum roll, please. Oh, Sam, why can't I hear you? Oh, this sucks. Okay, let's play a game of thumbs up and thumbs down, right? So let's start here. You can hear me. Thumbs up. You can hear me. Are you on a laptop or a phone? Thumbs up for laptop. Thumbs down for a phone. Thumbs up for a laptop. So you haven't got any headphones in, so you're doing this off the laptop. Is it a Mac or a PC? Thumbs up for Mac, thumbs down for PC. Always thumbs down for PC. So just double check on your system preferences. Sorry guys, we're doing a technical thing here. We'll give it another go because I want to hear from Sam. If not, unfortunately, we'll have to move on. And just double check in your sound that you've got an input selected and there are numbers moving on the input level. I'm just going to give you a little glimpse behind the curtain here. I'm going to move my webcam and try not to destroy the whole setup, that you've got lines moving up and down like that. Didn't expect this on the awards tonight, did you? There we go. There's my lovely, lovely backgrounds back. You do have it. Oh, in which case, I don't know what the hell is going on. Are we going to have to try and come back to Sam because we've got to get through everyone, haven't we? Right, Sam, we'll try you again later. We'll move on with the awards. I really want to hear from you. Massive congratulations, firstly on this award, but also becoming president of a great club as well. You are a good man, Sam, and your moustache looks absolutely cool. Right then. There's always a technical problem. But look, we did try, didn't we? Nobody can accuse us of not trying. We move on to the Long Service Award, and the dedication only grows. We've heard so much from the young volunteers, the young people who are the future of the sport, but why not now take a moment to congratulate someone who has dedicated an unbelievable amount of time. The nominees for the Long Service Award are Peter Saunders, the founder of Newmarket Volleyball Club, Gary Beckford from London Lynx and the London Volleyball Association, Adi McGrath, a volleyball player, coach and organiser for over 30 years, Lane Walker, who's held almost every position there is at Milton Keynes City Volleyball Club, and Ian Legrand, who's coached numerous London clubs, the England junior and senior teams, and as well as that, coached the sitting volleyball team for Great Britain at the London 2012 Paralympics as well. The winner of this award received a nomination with an astonishing 24 different testimonials on it. An incredible coach, an incredible leader, and a loyal ambassador for volleyball and sitting volleyball, and has dedicated decades to the sport at every level in the country. The winner of the Long Service Award 2022 isn't actually with us, but we did let them know. And just like when the Sports Personality of the Year is training over in Florida or somewhere sun-kissed and can't make it, our winner has joined us via video. Huge congratulations to Ian Legrand.
Good evening. This is just a very, very short thank you and Long Service Award. So it's obviously, there's a lot of people over probably close to 50 years. So I don't want to really miss anyone out. But I think firstly appreciate the fact that someone's nominated me, and I do appreciate the time and effort they spent. And so hopefully we share this award. So I've been involved now for nearly 50 years. So I think just some thanks to the people who started me off, the likes of George Pito, Tony Pennock, Joe Zablocki, Bob Villas, the guys at Graham Hicks, the guys at Estonians that started me off, and my original coaches, Chris Wellham, George Pito, who I'm still in contact with, John Lowney, who's still coaching away, I see on a weekly basis. And over the years, the guys who've given me, especially when I got into coaching, the people who probably don't realise it, but whose advice is really important. People like Bob Stokes from Scotland, Barry Swan, who was the England team coach, the late Pete Stringer, guys who just spent a little bit of time with answering my questions. And then as time went on, people like Mike McKeever at Volleyball England and Ralph Hippolyte, people who had faith in what I was doing. And obviously then the guys I've worked, and Craig Hanford and Matt Rogers, who got me involved in the sitting volleyball. And obviously big thanks to the people like Jefferson Williams and Carol Gordon, who 30 odd years later I'm still coaching with. And then the guys at Great Britain sitting volleyball, the staff and the support staff. Special shout out to Amanda and Was, the team managers, who go out of their way, go that extra mile to try and keep me sane. Say too many people really to say thank you, and you've got plenty to do tonight, so you don't particularly want me droning on. But just say it's thank you very much, and obviously of course couldn't have done this without the support of my wife. Good evening.
Nicely done. Ian, what a legend he is. And, well, from one to another, Sam, I just heard you tap your keyboard. I think we've got you.
Hello. Fantastic. Can you hear me now?
Great.
Thank God.
Great to hear your voice. Where in the world are you? Are you up in Durham right now?
No, right now I'm in London. So in a week's time, or a week or so, I'm going to go down to Cobham to be working with VBDC, Volleyball Development Camps. So I'm kind of just preparing to go to there.
Awesome. Right, sounds like you have had a hell of a year. The numbers of people you've got involved in this game, absolutely astonishing. That must fill you with a huge amount of pride.
Absolutely, yeah. It was kind of just through my own sheer will, I guess, in the case of, it was very much an embarrassing kind of moment of every time I was at a kind of freshers fair, I'd very much just shout at everyone and say, come play volleyball, just give it a go, you'll love it, I promise, it's indoors, you're not going to be in the rain, all this sort of thing. So I was just shouting at everyone and getting them to come play.
Is that ever a tough sell in Durham? Because I know there's a particular demographic up there. Beautiful, beautiful city. I mean, sports-wise, particularly in elite sport, they're right up there in bucks. And I know sometimes it's a lot more what you consider traditional sports in the UK. I know the rugby team do very well, and amongst other things too. So, is that a really hard thing for you to do, to say, look, there's this sport that's huge in Europe that you've never even thought about playing, but trust me, you'll love it?
Yeah, well, it is to begin with, and it's kind of a case of you've got to do anything to rope them in for that first session, and then the moment they touch that ball in the first session, they're hooked. So it's a case of I kind of bend the truth a little bit, or I'll tell them they can, we have a good partnership. We work with Deep Dish to have our tour, so that this year that's how we sold it, is we talked about the beach volleyball and having fun in Portugal. So that was something that allowed us to kind of bring in the Durham clientele, if you were.
Ambition-wise then, obviously sustaining these numbers are great, but now you're the president of the club. What do you hope to achieve in the next academic year?
Well, I'm hoping to bring kind of our higher up teams, our teams that are in the Super League and the National League, they have tremendous success and consistent success. But I'm looking to try and bring overall our club to our lower teams as well. I'm hoping we have success across the whole club. I think one of the big things I want to try and organise is to expand Durham into the local kind of region and get people involved. So maybe trying to organise a volley fest like we see in other cities. I think that's my goal.
Durham Volley Fest. Count me in for that. That'll be absolutely superb. Massive congratulations. Thank you for being patient and sticking around for a chat. Really great to hear from you, and all the very, very best of luck. Have a great summer.
Thank you. You too.
Cheers, mate. Hey, look, I will. Don't you worry about me. I'm already having a great summer. God, there's only a few awards left. It is absolutely flying by, isn't it? It's time for the Club of the Year. And we alluded to this with some of the nominations before. We have got so many brilliant clubs from the southern tip to the northernmost point of England doing brilliant stuff. However, we had to find a shortlist and we have to find a winner. So the nominees, Everton Volleyball Club, the Winchester Eagles, Richmond, Cleobury Mortimer, Leeds Gorse, and Coventry and Warwick Riga. A few of those. I mean, I'm very fickle, but, you know, I do have my favourites, and mainly they're the ones who've tweeted in tonight. I joke. Let's hear, well, why the winner won. They had a partnership with the local academy trust, and the winning club have been able to create a successful pathway by introducing volleyball to 7,000 young people aged 7 to 18. Unbelievable. Supporting them with extracurricular clubs, league competitions, Grand Prix competitions. Adults have been involved as well. They've been involved in the National League and beach volleyball too. Because of these efforts, they've more than quadrupled their membership in the span of this year alone and set a record for the most juniors to ever compete in Volleyball England competitions. The club has provided opportunities to young people who otherwise wouldn't be playing, and they financially supported those who come from low-income backgrounds as well, frequently providing special sessions for SEND players by having extra support staff available. They also overcame language and cultural barriers to ensure a group of young refugees from Afghanistan could participate and enjoy their volleyball. I'm sure after you've heard all of that, then no one can dispute the winners of this year's Club of the Year, Leeds Gorse. Oh, yes! Up the Gorse. I absolutely love this because you sent the picture in of you guys all celebrating together, and that picture gave me a bit of a sense of the club spirit and how much it means to you all. So to get recognised like this as Club of the Year, try and sum it up for us.
50 years. Yeah. It's 50 years this year that Leeds Volleyball Club started, and I joined it 50 years ago.
And
Wow.
This is the first time, and really it's down to, I would say, it's the trust. It was the trust that was given to the club from Sir John Townsley and the Gorse Trust. That came about from Ruth Nichols, who was one of our dear departed members, and he wanted to form a partnership, and he trusted us and let us run with it, and this is what it's ended up as, and that means absolutely everything to us. You cannot believe how much this means. So much. So pleased.
I can only begin to imagine. 50 years, you say there. That is a heck of a long time. But you're still getting young people involved. I mean, that number, 7,000 youngsters from the age of 7 to 18. I mean, after all this time, does it still give you the same joy to see those young people enjoying themselves, to see people coming onto the court or hitting a ball for the first time?
That's what it's about. That's why we do it. That's the main reason why we've always done it. And we've now just got the opportunity to deliver to more children. And what, you know, somebody else has said it tonight, once they get on that court and once they start to play, they get hooked. And it's just that opportunity within schools to deliver it. We're so lucky that we've got now, we've got coaches within those schools who are just spreading the enthusiasm. And and that's why it's, you know, you give them it and they will take it. It's as simple as that. It would just have that opportunity.
Well, we always say it's a sport for all, and you know, there's the misunderstanding, and people think, oh, you know, it's only giants that can play, or incredible athletes or whatever. But give us a bit of information about the work you're doing with those who are with low incomes, because you know, you just need a ball and a net and a group of people, and you can play, and also the sessions with the refugees as well. That sounds like an incredible initiative.
Well, we have always worked with a massive group of people. We've always been open. We've always had people from all over the world walk into our sports hall. We've always been inclusive. We've got coaches here who've worked in the club for many years behind me here, and they will say how many different nationalities we've had and how diverse our club has always been. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if we've had virtually somebody from every country in the world at some point in our club. I'd love to know. But volleyball is a language in itself. You don't need to be able to speak it, but everybody can play it. And it doesn't matter where you come from or what you have or what you don't have. Volleyball is the language, and that is it, really. And once you have that common language, you don't need anything else. It's as simple as that.
Oh, incredible. Do you know, I'd love for you to try and put pen to paper and work out exactly how many nationalities have come through the club. I think that'd be absolutely incredible. All right, then. You're an award-winning club. You're the Club of the Year. What happens now?
Now, well, we're already planning really for next season. Elaine, we've got a meeting on Monday for next season. We're already looking about coaches for next season and what we're going to do for them. And
we're looking to bring the beach to Leeds, because we took a lot of the children to Bridlington Beach a few weeks ago. It's the first time they've ever seen the seaside. And now one of the schools would like to bring the seaside to the school. So they want to actually have some beach volleyball courts.
You can't bring a beach to Leeds. No one would want to go anywhere else. It would be the perfect city with a beach, surely.
Fingers crossed.
Hey, I wish you the very, very best with that, and congratulations on everything that you're doing. Keep up the good work, and I'm sure I speak on behalf of everyone when we say we're absolutely delighted for you. It is a very well-deserved award.
Well, thank you to you, and
thanks to all these coaches, because these are the guys that make that hard work.
Everybody who's in a club knows who does all the work. It's the coaches week in, week out. It's the trust who believed in us. It's the volunteers. There's so many clubs around the country doing the same thing, and we just represent one of them. So, you know, we collect this for all those people that are working hard week in, week out through the bad weather, winter. You know, we're just, it's passion. We all have passion for the game.
Well, you've set the bar now. If anyone wants to take that award off you next year, then they're going to have to do a brilliant job. So keep up the good work. Have a great summer, and I'm very much looking forward to see what happens next for you guys.
Thank you.
Leeds Gorse. We love Leeds Gorse. We now move on. We are absolutely flying through these. I say flying through them. I was told to only take an hour, and we've nearly taken an hour, so I'm running late. But the chat's so great. How can we not speak to everyone and have a good time? But this next award is an incredibly important one, the Serena Morten Safeguarding Award. Serena was, well, caring, approachable, dedicated, a stalwart of this great community, and nobody was more experienced as a welfare officer with Volleyball England, a true champion of safeguarding and the welfare of young people. So this is why the award is named after her. In the last 12 months, the winner of this award was the Club Welfare and Safeguarding Officer at the Nottingham Rockets Volleyball Club and the Regional Safeguarding Officer for the East Midlands Volleyball Association. On many occasions, they're on the phone with the club safeguarding officer from other clubs, offering any guidance they can, whether it's verbal guidance, whether it's written guidance, anything to improve the welfare and the systems and the procedures that any club needs to put in place to protect their under-18s. The winner of the 2022 Serena Morten Safeguarding Award is Mark Jones. Hello, Mark. How are you?
Very well, thank you. You?
Over the moon. I'm sure you can tell by this ridiculous grin that I've had on my face that celebrating all of this with you guys this evening has been the joy beyond all joys. The work you do is incredibly important, and I'm sure, like everybody else, you don't do it for the recognition, but to get recognised as the Safeguarding Officer of the Year, that must feel pretty good.
Yeah, but it doesn't. The award's not just for me. The awards should be shared with every single safeguarding officer in every single club in the country. And my job and my remit has always been, since my son took an interest in volleyball, was to do something and put something back. He got a lot of help from volunteers, like the coaches at Leeds Gorse that have just won that fantastic Club of the Year award. And he now plays Super League for Sheffield and is in the England senior men's squad. I filled my time doing something constructive, which was looking after the juniors and safeguarding. And I'm available 24/7, 365 days a year.
That is, absolutely wonderful to hear. It's not the first time this evening. I feel like somebody's grabbed hold of my heartstrings, to be honest. So why the safeguarding then? Because there are so many things that people can get involved with. As you said, it was your son's interest in the game which was the reason why you became involved. What drew you towards this particular role?
I was heavily involved with a football club in Nottingham where I was the club welfare and safeguarding officer. And in the noughties, the early 2000s, the football, as you know, went through some fairly difficult times in terms of allegations, some founded, some not founded. And that further developed my interest in safeguarding. And when Thomas took up volleyball at a reasonable standard, I wanted to put something back. So I have worked extensively with safeguarding, but particularly bringing it to people's attention so that when clubs have a club meeting, a normal monthly or quarterly meeting, that safeguarding is on the agenda. And I wanted to bring it up front. The Time to Listen course is an excellent course, but I also think it's time to bring safeguarding to the forefront and to bring it into conversation and to make it a matter of routine, so to prevent any possible allegations being made, either founded or unfounded. Because I still don't think that we're doing enough in terms of safeguarding at our clubs around the country. I give you an example. There are junior sessions that finish at 7:30 or 8 o'clock on an evening, on a winter's evening. It's dark outside. The parent or carer hasn't turned up to take the junior home. There's a responsibility of the people in the club to make sure that child is safe and until collected. And if the last person to leave has that responsibility and the need becomes to take them home, then there are things that you can do positively. Don't have them in the front seat of your car with you. Have them in the back seat to prevent any possible allegation being made. And that came from my background as a foster carer, because over the last 12 months, we've looked after three children of our own, 3 children in care, and 2 dogs. And we need to look after the safeguarding of all of our children. So that's where it's come from.
I hope you've got a big house, Mark. Goodness me, that is a lot of people and animals you've got there.
My wife's a volleyball widow. She doesn't see very much of me.
I can only begin to imagine. Look, just listening to you there, this is obviously something that means a tremendous amount to you. We've got lots of people watching, sort of clubs, new clubs, old clubs. By the sounds of things, if there are any safeguarding officers or if anyone's got any questions, I mean, you are always available. Phone and email. If you can help, you will help, right?
And they can contact me through Volleyball England. They have all my contact details, and I'm more than happy to answer the call, the email, or somebody turning up on my door if they want to have a confidential chat about something.
Well, if they turn up on your door, they better bring biscuits.
They all make the tea, they bring the biscuits.
Brilliant. Huge congratulations, and thank you for doing such brilliant work. And I'm very much looking forward to, you continuing that brilliant work for as long as you can or as long as you want to. Thank you.
Thanks, Dave.
Oh, more smiles and more brilliant people. Absolutely incredible stuff. Speaking of incredible stuff, we are nearly on schedule because it is the final award of the evening. It is the Peter Wardale Memorial Award. and it is the highest accolade that can be given to a volunteer. The recipient of this award is selected by the Volleyball England Board of Directors and given to someone who's made an outstanding contribution to the sport of volleyball, and it's not awarded every year, so this is particularly special. The name of this winner is synonymous with junior volleyball. They started playing in year 9. Get your abacuses out, because that was back in 1972. At the tender age of 18, they'd already started their coaching career with Ounsdale in Div 2 of the NVL, and that quickly led to a role with the England under-16 boys team alongside Brian Goodman. When they started a teaching career in 1979 at St Edmunds, that was the start of the junior development dynasty. Following a spell at Bishop Milner School, they established Tettenhall Tigers over 25 years ago, and always looking for ways to help young players progress. They are instrumental in setting up Black Country Volleyball Club, a collaboration of local junior clubs securing the service of Bertrand Ollier and helping Black Country become a successful pipeline for producing players to represent the West Midlands region and England cadets and juniors. Then came the 90s. The winner of this award produced the first of many volleyball publications, the Key Stage 3 Guide to Teaching Volleyball. Every junior product in the Let's Play Volleyball suite of resources has been shaped by them. Their most recent success is Volley 2's Guide to Teaching and Coaching Volleyball, which has reached over 700 schools and clubs. In 2018, Janet Inman approached the winner to lead the newly formed Children and Young People group, taking on the task of reviewing the junior competition structure that culminated in the launch of the Under-15, 16 and 18 Grand Prix, with a significant increase in the number of teams and young players participating in the junior competitions. Just cast your mind back to the very beginning of this award ceremony and the numbers that we were talking about. A lot of that is down to this person. They believe that if children and young people have experiences in volleyball that feel fun, positive, and give them a sense of confidence, they're more likely to want to be active in the sport in the future. They're a guardian of these values, and junior volleyball will continue to thrive under their stewardship. The winner of the Peter Wardale Memorial Award is Nick Shaffery. Well, Nick, hi.
Good evening.
How do you react to all of those things being read out? Because we've said it a number of times this evening. People don't do this for the recognition, but that is some rap sheet.
Thank you. Yeah, it just sounded okay, but I have to say I've been so inspired this evening by all the other winners. It's just been fantastic, and the nice thing about it, so many youngsters in our sport coming through in all the different capacities as volunteers, whether it's officials, coaches. Absolutely brilliant. So the future looks great. But,
well, that's obviously something that
I'm truly humbled by this.
That's obviously something that means a great deal to you and always has, though. Young people playing the game and enjoying the sport. Why is that? Take us right back to the very beginning. Why is it the fresh blood in the sport that inspires you so much?
Well, as you said, I started at the age of about 14. It was Dick Wall and Graham Perrins who sort of suggested this game which no one had heard of before, and that was a start. I owe such a lot to those two, particularly when we travelled Europe playing and then saw the game itself and how it could be played. And then when I started teaching, I was fortunate enough to be able to start with volleyball as an extracurricular. And it's right, it's just, I don't know how many people tonight have said, get these little ones on the court and away you go. And it is just fantastic because it is a sport for all. And it's just fantastic to see, starting with nothing and then building towards confidence and the opportunity to play sports. And when they a lot of them go into universities, they're then mixing with people that they've played against nationally right across their young careers, and off they go again. So it's fantastic socially as well as the playing side of things. So it gives an awful lot to a lot of people. So yeah, junior volleyball is the thing for me.
Given that you've done so much over a long period of time, this might not be a particularly fair question, but is there anything that really stands out? Is there anything that you are particularly proud of in your career in volleyball? Doesn't have to be one thing, it can be a couple.
One thing I really gives me a great buzz is that children that I've taught have then gone away and formed their own club. It's not quite good when they turn up and beat ours, but no, it's just but seriously, that is probably the greatest thing, that they move on from there. It's also been great for my family, and that they've enjoyed the game and their friends. But certainly taking some youngsters, and then that becomes their thing, their identity, and they take it on and develop it, and then the game grows from that. That's really the biggest thrill of all, I think.
Has it taken you anywhere fun? Is there anywhere in the world you've been because of volleyball that you might not have been otherwise?
Well, yes, as I say, we went to Poland, Belgium, Holland. This was when we were actually playing, and that was a lot of fun and interesting experiences. I was fortunate a few years ago to go to Slovenia with Gillian Harrison to see the CEV Young Conference, and that was inspiring. So all of those different things, but I think a lot of it has been very local. But anybody who wants to come to the Black Country, that is fun. And when we get our beach court, it'll be as good as Leeds. You can be assured of that.
Well, let's mention it then, because you're a West Midlander, and the Commonwealth Games are coming. No indoor, but of course there is beach. You must be really proud of that as well. The fact that this sport we love is going to be played at a huge tournament in a place that you practically, but not quite, call home.
Yeah. Oh, it's fantastic, and as we saw in 2012, it's going to really catch the imagination of the non-volleyball public as well as the public, and I'm really proud that we've got 6 youngsters who will go along as assistant court people with their raking of the court and rolling of the ball. They're going to get an awful lot out of that as well. So yeah, it's great. It's giving opportunities for volleyball people to be involved in a major event as it was in 2012. So that's going to be absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Well, let's bring it back to you then before we leave you get on with your evening. You've mentioned, things this evening being humbled and inspiring. Does this sport still have that same effect on you as it did all those years ago when you first got involved?
Oh, definitely. I mean, we've done volley 2s. We're looking at volley 3s and 4s. I think the competitions that we've run this year, or have been run by a lot of people, have been fantastic with numbers. We now need to work backwards a little bit with that. We're working with Pete Bragg, amongst others, to make sure that we can get the 7-year-olds upwards, so we get a complete pathway for them to be able to perform, whatever age and ability or disability. We need to get that right the way through. And so that's the missing link. So I'm really quite keen that we get that nationally, and then build on the fantastic success we had this year, and hopefully the publicity we're going to get from the Commonwealth Games.
Still ambitious after all these years, after everything you've achieved. Thank you so much for everything you've done, and huge congratulations on this award. Absolutely delighted for you. Well done.
Thanks very much indeed. Thank you.
What a way to end the awards with, somebody who's been doing it for so long, somebody who's helped so many people enjoy this great sport. And I've mentioned it a number of times. I've spent all of tonight with a smile on my face, just celebrating with you all of the brilliant achievements. Congratulations to all of our award winners. Congratulations to all of the nominees. Thank you to all of you who have tuned in this evening. I'd also like to say a thank you to Charlotte and Leela, who are back in Loughborough at HQ, making sure that this all works. And with a couple of those technical problems that we had, they fixed them and they've done a brilliant job. So when you see them at an event, make sure you pat them on the back and say, say thank you very much to them. That draws the curtain down on this year's Volleyball England Awards. As I said before, thanks for tuning in. I can't wait until we can all be together in a room and we can actually hear the applause and feel the love and properly get together and talk and chat about all of the great things that are going on in this sport in the country. Make sure you support your local clubs. Make sure you keep spreading the love. Hopefully, we'll see you at Birmingham, which is the big one. Hopefully, we'll continue to sell out all of the major events like the Cup final as well. In the meantime, have a great evening. Congratulations as well. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you on behalf of Volleyball England, and goodbye.